Hello, Teacher JoJo. Woo! This morning was a big new for me. I taught 2 back-to-back classes. I woke up at 3:30 this morning, and I saw that I had 2 back-to-back. I knew that I had one at 6 or 6:30, and then the other one booked. It was a short notice class, and so I booked it. It was booked in a very short time period. So I think they actually both were short notice classes, but the second one was even more short notice. So they were back to back, and I didn't realize when I had my first one with my first little boy, he had level 2 lesson 11. And I didn't notice that 11 has 30 slides in it. I knew that there was a project because the lesson 11 is right before lesson 12, which is the unit assessment, which I talked about that the other day, a unit assessment, which is review. I didn't realize the lesson 11 would be almost as long. It's 30 slides, but not 24, which is the normal. Or 22, because I did have a 22, a level 2 that was a lower number lesson. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. But anyway, some lessons have 22 slides. Most of them should have 24. 11 had 30. So when I was looking at it beforehand, I noticed that there was the project that was behind after the lesson. However, I didn't realize that there were 30 slides. So I didn't do my time management well at all. And when I noticed it was getting close to 25 minutes, because 25 minutes is the desired class length. You cannot go under 25, and you can go over to about 28, but that's it. You can't go any further than that. Like extending the class to that long. So I don't remember what I was on. And I tried to skip forward to 24. Well, 24 was, slide 24 is the ending, which is the goodbye slide. 24 was not the goodbye slide. It was smack dab in the middle of the project slides. And I was like, oops, project. Then I went back and tried to go to back. I think I just either entered the number in and tried to hit it like that. The goodbye slide. I don't even think we sang a goodbye slide. It was such a train wreck. And then I had to keep, and I got to one slide and it still wasn't the right one, so I had to keep skipping. So obviously the parent knew that this was it was not good. That I was skipping slides because we ran out of time, and then it kept landing. That whole landing in the middle of the project explanation, which he already knows. He knew from lesson 5 and 6 that there was a project, and I think there's a review every time from lesson 5 when you introduce the project to lesson 11, and then when 12 you actually present the project. And it's really just a little thing of homework. It's not like some big mega volcano with paper mache. It's something really easy, but it's still like homework. I did not. That first class was not good. So the parents know that I had to skip a little bit because I didn't do my time management well, because I didn't know there were 30 slides. I knew that there was a project at the end. I just didn't know that there were 30 slides. And so here's the deal with that. When you are going through your lesson, when you're reviewing what the lesson is prior to your class, figure out where the goodbye slide is. Like, figure out that number. And normally I do like a little post-it note, like say where the song is, because the goodbye song is right before the goodbye slide. So here's one from yesterday where the song is page 21. This one only had 22, this lesson only had 22 slides. So I didn't do that for this one because I was in starstruck maybe that I had two classes back to back, like big surprise that I did not do this handy dandy cheat sheet post-it note to say where the end slide was, or at least the song slide. And sometimes, because the song slide's always before the goodbye slide. So I don't even think we did the goodbye song or a song to sing before you say goodbye. I just said goodbye. So the parent knows that I skipped. I hope I don't get bad feedback because I skipped. And I think during this lesson, or was it the one after, my board back here that's just on the floor, resting on the floor, fell backwards. I think it was on the second lesson because I think I kicked my chair back when I had to stand up, because part of the lesson you have to stand up and sit down. And I think I pushed my chair back far enough that the board fell. And so I'm trying to like straighten it up like this and try to be like discreet about straightening it up. So then I had my next lesson. So my class started at 6. My first one, it ended like a little after, probably at 6:28. My next one was at 6:30. So I knew I had to get to open up that classroom. And of course, she was already there. And this one, I didn't check to see. I think I just assumed it was 24 because it wasn't a lesson 11 and it wasn't a 12, number 12. So I figured I'd be safe with 24. And I was right, 24. But with her, she went through them so fast and I wasn't paying attention to the clock because the clock's always up here at the right, top right. I was at 29 minutes. And I saw that I was down at the bottom, or where the slide numbers are. I was like at 22. And so I clicked ahead and it was like the goodbye song, and I must have double clicked because then I went back to the previous slide and I made her spell again because I was like, oops, go back, let's spell again. I think she may have been confused, and I honestly think she may have been confused with me because I was obviously very confused as to what I was doing this morning. That whole back-to-back thing threw me off. Totally threw my A game off. So I'm hoping that the sweet little girl that I had for my second class, her parents are going to rate me well. I hope. I hope they're going to be okay with what happened. And so, one, always remember to make sure when you're looking at the lessons to see how many slides there are. And then find out where the goodbye song is and the goodbye slide. Make a little sticky note to say, and put up on your computer so that you'll know and there's no guessing where the slide is, because I was fumbling through the first class trying to figure out where that goodbye slide was, because I totally forgot to do that. And then don't forget also, when you have these headphones on and you have a class, I mean, it doesn't matter if you just have a class, period. Don't forget to mute it after it's done. Because I think when I exited the classroom, went into my second class, I forgot to mute it, I think. And so they may have heard me say train wreck, because that first class was crazy. Because I did not figure out where that goodbye song was, or where the goodbye slide was. So the parents gonna know I skipped. And it was a longer lesson, just because I guess it's the review before the unit assessment. So I'm gonna have to put that in there in the feedback to remind the parents not to forget about the little students' project homework that's due on the next lesson. Hopefully they'll book me again. I don't know. I hope. And then the little girl that I had, hopefully she did okay, because I'm sure she was like, what is she doing? She's going back to spelling hop again, or fop and cop, because I was like, I got 6 more minutes. We can only sing the goodbye song, London Bridges. This one was London Bridges, so many times. And then also at the goodbye slide, that's where you also say goodbye. Show them how many stars I didn't forget to give the stars, which is good. Show them how many, or tell them how many stars they got, and then show them the secondary reward, which I did candy for the little girl, and I did bugs for my little boy that was my first class. So there are slides where you can catch up and extend longer if you need to. Just don't forget to know, to remind yourself which slides they are, so when you are flying, when you're slow and you need to, when the class is running slow and you need to jump to your song, you can jump there. And then same with if you're running too fast and you have 5 to 6 minutes left because you have to stay for 25 minutes. Remember to know where your song is, goodbye song is, and know where the goodbye slide is, just so you can extend if you need to, like I did with the little girl, because I had to go back and keep spelling, and then we could sing the song, go through the song together, go through it again, sing it again. You could do it as many times as you need, and then go to the goodbye slide where you do the reward and you say goodbye. So just remember to do that, and don't forget this handy dandy mute button. I even labeled mine mute so I'd know which direction, and put an arrow so I'd know which direction was mute. Up, like silence. Just don't forget to always mute that, and don't forget to unmute. And also we had a bunch of little IT issues. Both of the classes, they somehow disappeared on both of them. Like the screen went blank and I was like, where are you? And then I think that happened on the second class too. And then something fell on my keyboard and I lost her, but she was actually in another web browser. I just had to pop open the right one. So, woo! Back-to-back classes, I tell you. This is my first time doing it, so back-to-back classes. So it was an adventure today, to say the least. So, woo! Just don't forget my little hints about what to do. Remember to figure out how many slides you have in the lesson. Figure out and label. Put this little sticky note up at the top about where your song slide, your goodbye song is, and your goodbye slide are. Find out where those are. And don't forget to mute your headphones if you need before the classes start and when they end, because if you're like me, you're like, that was a train wreck, like out loud. That's probably not good for them to hear. It was an accident. I didn't realize I didn't mute it. So don't forget to do that. So those are my helpful hints on doing a back-to-back class or any type of classes. I think those are helpful hints, suggestions for you to do. And remember, I'm a newbie, so all of this is still all new to me. This whole back-to-back classes thing, making sure you know how many slides are in it, muting your mute button, all new. So I hope this has helped you, because I needed it today. So thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.